Biden could intentionally or even more properly play out the movie role to make America wake up, to make America realize what side of the fence he's playing. I mean, this guy is definitely not pro-America, definitely gave away military equipment, billions of dollars worth, plus American lives now. At what expense, we'll talk about. But he's just given this away to the enemy. To the enemy. For all these people that are like, nah, Biden's a good guy. Really? See, that's the funny thing about facts and data and things along those lines. Not people that are like, no, you got to trust the science. When basically it's like a scientist named Fauci talks like a puppet, and everybody's like, yeah, see, Fauci said, so therefore it's true. No, that's not science. That's not science. Science is looking at data, looking at facts, looking at what, I have a theory. We'll see how it plays out. Well, we're seeing how it plays out, and I think we need to adjust our theories about Biden, don't we? He seems to be a little bit on the dangerous side. Now, before I get into it, we got a pretty good show, and hopefully a little bit short, we'll see. But I got a great little funny video that was shared with me by an amazing patriot, and it's just funny. And I've owned a bird before, but I think it's more or less confirmed. Again, there's all sorts of theories surrounding Robert David Steele or RDS. And I will say it's even funny right now. I guess a lot of the people that you probably watch that are on YouTube, just FYI, are not allowed to talk about this guy. Not allowed to talk about him. In fact, I just recently learned, watching one of Kirsten's shows, apparently they're not even allowed to get emojis in their live chats or they're going to get banned. The stuff that's on right now around people, around YouTube, around, again, Twitter, I got a story for that. There's all sorts of crazy going on. So just so you know, a lot of your favorite people probably can't talk about this unless they're like me or X22 even for that matter. I mean, neither of us are intentionally on YouTube. People have us maybe on there, but that's not our doing. That's someone stealing our stuff. But apparently he ended up in a... There are two sides of the fence to people's views on this guy. A lot of people, you either love him or hate him, I guess. I maybe not, because I don't know. I think there's a lot of us that are sort of in between. I'm probably more on the in-between side, to be honest with you. The burden of proof to me, for people that have worked for the CIA specifically, but a lot of these intelligence agencies, the burden of proof on them that they're not lying to me is significantly higher, and that's where I just kind of instantly distrust. It's not that he's worthy of it. Don't get me wrong. He might be, he might not. I don't know. But I'm just saying, from a standpoint of people in the know and people in this world and some of the people I've met, just who knows? So God rest his soul. God bless Robert David Steele. I wish you well, no matter how things played out, certainly. But just kind of a quick FYI and all that. Now, also coming up, Ghislaine Maxwell, supposedly, the court has ordered that the government is to disclose the identity of Maxwell's unnamed co-conspirators. That's kind of a big deal if you think about it, right? Anybody named with Ghislaine Maxwell, I know I say her name wrong, I like to. Anybody that gets named, it's not going to go well. Now, my guess is what we hear about are the obvious ones. You know, your Bill Clintons, your Prince whatever, Prince Charles, Prince whatever, Prince of such and such. I'm sorry, I don't live there and I don't have all your princes all figured out. I don't expect you to have all of our capitals and states, right? And so, again, jacked up. The people that we'll probably hear about, I'm thinking, are going to be the major players, maybe even Bill Gates, who knows. I'd like to see it obviously extend further than that, but you just have to be prepared for the game. More stuff will leak. It'll continue to leak. It's like, again, everything seems to be like, you know, like a water balloon full of water, and you put a small little pinprick in it. It doesn't pop necessarily, right? But it starts to leak. Now, it's hard to do. You have to set up some certain criteria to make that happen. But again, it feels like it's just, it's slowly leaking out. I'm there with you guys. None of this stuff's happening quick enough. Now, August 17th interview. Trump predicted Taliban would hold American hostages for ransom, and gee whiz, now they are. We're going to get into that as well, but let's get into Trump's little short thing here with Hannity. Check it out.
About energy, one of the
really great negotiators. They've been fighting for 1,000 years, and everything about them they negotiate. We're being set up. They have all of those people, and in a certain way, I guarantee you, they consider them to be hostages. And let's see what happens over the coming weeks. But this is not a story that just ended today or yesterday. This is a story that's going to go on for a long time, and it could be a very, very bad ending.
We have Americans caught behind enemy lines right now, and we were told this could never happen, and it happened.
We were told Biden doesn't suck. We were told Biden's mental health is okay. We were told, well, first off, we were told lies. I mean, 9/11, JFK's assassination. Like, we've been told Gulf of Tonkin, Pearl Harbor. I mean, we have been told lies for decades. Okay, and now we've got this whole Afghanistan debacle playing out before our eyes. Taliban has full control of Afghanistan. So after conquering Panjshir province, right, they've got it all now. So now they're up in that airport, we're finding, and they're holding these 6 flights hostage that are supposedly filled with, and I say supposedly because I don't know. We're being told all this. Don't have any actual people on the ground. Always keep that in mind, by the way. This is the best info we have, but this is also info that we're being told by the establishment, whether the good establishment or the bad establishment. Again, I'm not saying this isn't true. I'm just saying always keep that in mind. 6 planes full of mostly non-Americans, but certainly some Americans, but important people that need to get the hell out of the country, waiting for approval to get out of the country, and now they're trapped because, well, State Department, Biden, any number of failures happened in their administration, not giving proper permission, not allowing these flights through. Would have just taken a phone call from the administration, literally a phone call, and this could have been cleared and opened, and these people could have gotten out of there. But instead, now we've got them as prisoners. So what we're hearing, just as a starting point, right, you don't ever negotiate with terrorists is the rule, and there's a reason for that rule, right? If you give an inch, they'll take a mile. They'll know that all I got to do is just grab some Americans, and you'll give me whatever I want. So that means from this point forward, if Biden gives in to these guys, Americans anywhere outside of this country at least, are in danger. Literally putting American lives anywhere outside of this country in danger, making them worth more as a hostage because they know the government's going to pay. That's where we're heading right now. So evacuated Afghans demand chain migration of extended families. These are the ones we've evacuated. So they're like, yes, you must bring my entire family. Chain migration too, like everybody, my aunts, my uncles, my cousins, my granddaughters, blah, 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 blah. All of that they want to do. They're, of course, yeah, we've seen the complaints that the accommodations aren't proper. So this is kind of the culture. No offense. I mean, I literally don't mean any offense. Now, I will say for people that are from the Middle East that are here like very short term and haven't kind of figured out how America is, guess what? Here, culturally, we don't really understand your culture either. So it's weird for all of us. And when they have a hard time assimilating or being American or trying to be American or being proud of the fact that they're here because they passed a test, they went through interviews, you know, regular citizenship stuff. You know, they literally, most people that are immigrants actually know more about the United States than people that live here because most of us don't have to learn all the crap. Well, we learned it in school, but, you know, pass, fail. Hey, you got a blue ribbon for participating, even though I was in 16th place. How many teams were there? 14. How the hell did you get 16th? I was really bad. I mean, you still get a ribbon? Come on. So this is what we're experiencing. Tragedy unfolding before our eyes. Now we got hostages. Now we've got hostages. Could you not imagine a more profound, a more perfect way for Biden to absolutely suck in front of everybody, to truly fail? Like, I have a hard time believing this is just randomly happening. This seems too perfect. And it perfectly destroys Biden. Again, who's in charge? How are things playing out? I mean, he's obviously given up to China, so maybe it literally is just ineptness or the fact that he is truly a traitor. It could be. Part of me has such a hard time believing that's possible, but it's very likely at this point, right? Like, likely, but seems impossible, but very likely. How weird is that, right? Occam's razor would favor this outcome that Biden is truly a traitor than the fact that he's just special. It's amazing where we're at in our country. And of course, White House, Secretary, who's COS, commander of something or others? I don't even know who the hell the COS. I was not in military, so all these stupid acronyms blow my mind half the time. Let me just say it to you, and all you guys that know what the hell it is. The COS